In this video, I'm going to show you how to make gold with cross-realm flipping using flipping power. Cross-realm flipping is where you buy an item on one realm for cheap and then you take it to another realm that has a much higher price and you sell it on there. Non-commodity items sell on realm-specific auction houses, meaning that each realm or realm cluster has their own auction house for non-commodity items. Your goal is to buy the cheapest possible item across all the realms you have characters set up on. This is where flipping power comes in handy. With their cross-realm flipping tool, that's exactly what it does. You put in realms that you have characters set up on, and it's going to give you the best possible deal for every single item that meets your filters and also your criterias. Now, to sign up, you just want to go ahead and click on register now, create an account, and then you will have to pay for a sub, which is only $5 per month. And I actually have a code for you where you can get it for 50% off for your first month. So only $2.50 for your first month. Once you log in, you're going to see this page right here. This is where you can set up your settings for your account. So the first setting is going to be for your region. Now this is if you play on US or if you play on EU. You want to select which one. Now EU has a few different settings as you can see, which we'll go over in a second. So there's US and this has these settings right here. Now if you look below this, you're going to update your buying realms. Now buying realms means realms that you have characters set up on that you can actually buy from. So for an example, if you wanted to just select, say, these three realms of what you have characters set up on to buy, you can do that. Or if you want to go the full extreme and set characters up on every single realm on your region, you can also do that. Now for selling realms, you want to add all of the realms that you have characters set up on that you're going to be selling items on. So for an example, if you were selling on all the realms on your region, you can just click the button below and it will select all of them. If you were only going to sell on, say, Area 52, because it's the highest populated realm on the US, you could go ahead and you could actually do that. Then you'd want to go ahead and click on save all data, and this will save the region, the buying realm, and the selling realm. For my example, I have characters set up on all the realms on my region, so I'm going to select all realms and then click on save data. From here, I can go ahead and click on the retail cross-realm flipping tool. For EU, it's a little bit different. So if you select EU, you're going to see an extra button, which is remove all Russian realms from buying realms. And then we have the same thing for the selling realms. Now this is for people that want to select all realms, but they want to remove the Russian realms very easily. As you can see, it removes them. Now if we go ahead and have a look through the list, we can see all the Russian realms are deselected, and it actually has Russian in brackets at the end of it, so you know which ones are Russian realms. Because if you are on EU, you know to get onto the Russian realms, it's a lot of effort, so it's a lot easier to flip on either all Russian realms or non-Russian realms. But it's the same thing. Once you select the realms you want, click on save all data and then click on cross-realm flipping tool. Welcome to the cross-realm flipping tool. I'm going to show you how everything works. So to start off with, up on the top, we have the next update in, and then it's going to show a timer. So flipping power gets brand new data once per hour, and the countdown timer for the update is for that new data. Under that, you're going to see the search bar. This is where you can search for specific items. Next to that, you're going to have a button for the filters, which will allow you to see all of the different filters. Under that, we have the table, and this is where you're going to see a bunch of information about all of the items. So how the cross-realm flipping tool works is that it's going to show you the best possible deal for every single item that meets your filters, and it's also going to be based off the settings that you have, so which realms to buy from and which realms to sell from, and also the region. So let's go over the table. We'll start from the left hand side and we'll work our way over to the right side. So first up, you're going to see this star, and now this empty star is for adding items to your favorites list. Now when an item is added to the favorites list, all you have to do is click on the star and this will add it as a favorite, and all favorite items will show at the top of the table. Now these will only show if they are inside of the filters and meet the criteria to actually show. You can select as many items as you like and add as many items to your favorite list as you like. This can help to keep all of the important items at the top of your table. Next up,
we have the column which shows the images of all of the items. Now, if you hover over this, you're going to actually see the tooltip for that item. And if you click on it, it's going to take you over to the Wowhead page for that specific item, so you can learn a bit more about it. Next up, we have item name. So this is the name of the item. And if you actually click on the name, it's going to copy that so you can paste it into the auction house if you want to buy items like that. Also, all of the columns on the table are sortable. So if you click on them, it's going to sort them from the highest to the lowest, or in this case, from alphabetical order. The next column is category. So this is going to show you the category of the item. For an example, this helmet is in the armor category. Next up, we have the item level. So this is going to show you the item level of the specific item. And if you click on the column, it's going to sort it from the highest item level to the lowest. If you click on it again, it's going to show the lowest item level to the highest. Obviously, we have two items favorited here, so they're going to show up at the top. If we unfavorite these and click this once again, we will see that it will be all 0 item level. And then if we sort it from the highest to the lowest, it will work its way down. The next column is the sell rate column. So the sell rate is basically a number from TSM, and this will show you how often an item sells. The higher this number is, it means the more often the item actually sells. Now, once again, if you click this, you can sort this from the highest to the lowest. So it shows all of the highest first, and you can work your way down. Or if you click on it again, it will show you the lowest sell rate to the highest sell rate. The next column is expansion, and this is going to show you the expansion of the item. If you sort it, it will show you the most recent until the oldest expansion. The next column is quality. So with this, it's going to show you the quality of the item. For example, this recipe is an epic, so it has epic right here. We can sort this from highest to lowest also. So we'll show all of the legendaries, the epics, then the rares. Next, we have extra stats. Now in this column, it's going to show you extra stats. So things like plus speed, or if it has a socket on it. Now, if you sort these from highest to lowest, first of all, it's going to show you all of the items that have plus speed and a socket. So these are like the holy grail for plus speed items. And then if you scroll down, then it's going to show you all of the ones with just speed on them. And then it's going to go through all of the extra stats. So we'll go through like your avoidance and all of those different ones. If we go ahead and jump to a high page, we can see we have leech right here, and so on and so forth. The next column is the sale average. So the sale average is the average price an item has sold for over the past 60 days on your specific region. So if we want to sort this from highest to lowest, we can. So we'll show all of the highest sale average items in the game first, working your way down. Or if you want to sort it from the lowest to the highest, it's going to start at the minimum of 500 gold. Anything that has under 500 gold sale average, we automatically remove from the table because they're very, very cheap items and not really worth flipping. And as you can see in the settings, the sale average, the bare minimum is 500 gold. Moving on to the next column, this is going to be sale average versus your buy price. So this is the sale average of the item versus the recommended buy price that Flipping Power is recommending. So if we sort this from highest to lowest, it's going to show you the very best deals at the top. Now, if you look in the buy price column right here, you're going to see 0. This means it's under 1 gold for this item. It's under 1 gold for this item, so that means it's in the silver or even in coppers for these items. And you have 1 gold, 11 gold. This is based off the percent from the buy price versus the sale average. And this is a great way to find the very best items to flip, because normally the sale rate is the most accurate price data to go off, and basically is how much the item is really worth. It's the average price it's sold for over the past 60 days. So it's as close as accurate you can get to an actual good price for the item. And if you sort this from the buy price versus the sale average, this is the column right here, so you can find great deals. The next column is going to be the sell versus buy. So this is the recommended realm that we recommend to sell the item on for the very highest price. And then obviously the buy price and buy realm is the cheapest possible price. This column right here is based off those two. And if you sort them from highest to lowest, as you can see, it's going to show all of the best deals based off the buy price and the sell price. The next column is the sell price. So this is how much Flipping Power recommends you to sell it for. So what it does is it finds the realm with the highest possible price, and it will tell you the realm, and it will also tell you the price. So you can then go on that realm, you can undercut the competition and post it at that price. The next column is obviously the sell realm, and this is the realm that Flipping Power recommends you to sell the items on. Now if you hover over the realms, it's going to show you the cluster. So if the realm is in a cluster, it's going to show you all of the realms which are connected. Now if you go down, and if it only has one realm, this means no other auction houses are connected to that realm. It's just a single realm that has that auction house. Then we move over to the next column. This is your buy price. So this is the buy price that you can pick up the item for. And obviously Flipping Power gives you the best possible deal for each item. And this is the price that you can actually pick it up for. And then the next column is the buy realm. So it gives you the buy price, and then obviously what realm to buy it off in the buy realm. Next up, we have this right here, which are these boxes with ticks in them. Now how this works is that it works with the Auctionator shopping list. So if you select specific items like this, so say for an example, you want to buy this item, this item, this item, and this item, we can go ahead and we can select all of those. And once I have the tick right here, we can go ahead and we can click on Get Auctionator Shopping List. And this will actually make us a shopping list for those items. And it would only load them up if it's at the price Flipping Power is recommending to buy them from. This way you can never buy it overpriced. Now let's go over the filters. So if you click on filters, it's going to bring up the filters on the left hand side. Let's go ahead and we'll go through each one by one. So first up, we have categories. So this has all of the different categories of the items, which is in this column right here. We can go ahead and we can select or deselect categories that we want to show on the table. For an example, if we only wanted to see all of the recipes, we can go ahead and do that, and it's only going to show recipes. Now you can also select all, and this will select all of them. The next filter that we have is quality. So this is the quality of the item. For an example, if you just want to see epic quality items, you can select just epic, and now all of these items are just epic, as you can see in this column right here. Next up, we have expansions. This is where you can select what expansions the items are from that you want to see. So for an example, if you only want to see items from the War Within, you can select just the War Within. Now these are all just War Within items. Or for an example, if you only wanted items from, let's say, Classic, you can go ahead, select that. And now these are all items that were released in the Classic expansion. Moving on to the next two filters, we have selling realms and buying realms. So this is actually based off the realms that you have in your settings, and then you could even narrow them down even further. What I personally like to do is I like to select all the realms that I'm selling on, and then what I like to do when I'm buying items is only select one realm at a time. For an example, if I want to see all of the deals just from Area 52, we can go ahead and do that. And now as you can see in the buy realm, all of these are from Area 52. And obviously we could sort this one from the highest to the lowest to find the very best deals on Area 52. So this is a great way to use this to go through each realm one by one, buying all of the best possible deals. Moving on to the value ranges. The first one that we have is the sell rate. Now this is a number that will tell you how often an item actually sells. The higher this number is, it means that the quicker the item is going to sell. So what we can do is we can play around with this and we can move this up to whatever we want, and this will update live on the table. Next up, we have sale average. So this is for the sale average column, and this is the minimum amount. So for an example, if we only wanted items that have over 100,000 gold for the sale average, we can bump it up to 100,000 gold. And as you can see in this column right here, it's all over 100,000 gold. Moving on to the next value range, this is going to be gold profit on sale average. So to actually be able to use this, you need to go down and select activate gold profit on sale average. Now what this will do by activating this, it will only show ones that are positive. You can see in the column right here, there's no red ones. Every single one of these are positive. Now what we can do from there is we can actually use this value range, and this will be the profit from what you buy it for based off the profit compared to the sale average. So say for an example, if we only wanted items where we can get a 250,000 gold profit from the buy price versus the sale average, we can bump it up to that. and this is going to show all of those deals that can actually meet those criteria. Moving on to the next value range, we have gold profit. So gold profit is the profit from the buy price to the sell price. So we can bump this up to whatever value we like. The next value range is gold profit percent. So this is the percent from the buy price versus the sell price. And you can actually see that percent on the top in the row in the sell versus buy. So right here. So we can bump this up to whatever we like. Moving on to the next value range. This is going to be the max gold buyout. So for the buy price right here, it's the max amount of gold we're willing to pay for one single item. So say for example, we only want to buy items that are under 100 gold. We can bump this all the way down to 100 gold. And now as you can see in the buy price, they're all under 100 gold, as you can see right here. Next up, we have additional filters. If you click on activate gold profit on sale average, what this will do is it will remove all of the negative numbers right here, which are the buy price versus the sale average. So there'll be no more negative ones of those. They'll only be positive. The next additional filter is have crafted items. So what you can do is you can actually include crafted items into your table if you want, and you'll know if it's crafted because it will have a little yellow hammer. So if we go down and we actually select exclusive, so these are all just crafted items, you can see this little yellow hammer on all of them. This means they're crafted. If you go ahead and you select this and put this to exclude, this will show no crafted items. A lot of people, when they're flipping, they don't like to buy crafted items because normally you can actually craft them for a lot cheaper. Some of the times. Sometimes you can pick them up for cheaper from flipping, but it is rare. So this is a great filter to get around that, so you no longer buy crafted items when you're flipping. So they are the filters. Moving on to the next thing. We have 3 boxes down the bottom of the table. The first one says total investment. The second one says estimated sell price. And the third one says profit after auction house cut. So this is based off what you have selected in these boxes for your Auctionator shopping list. So whatever you have selected in here will give you the maths down the bottom. If we deselect everything, you see it goes to 0 gold. If we select just say one item, this item right here, we can see the maths for that one specific item. This way, once we select a bunch of items, we can see what we're going to actually spend for the items for the total investment, the estimated price we're going to sell them all for based off the sell price column right here, and then it will give you the profit after the auction house cut. Now, one more thing that you'll see on this page up the top is the WOW token, and this will basically just show you the last 14 days price history for the WOW token on your region. Now, another thing, if you want to have personal configurations, meaning that your filters will always be set to a default set of filters, you can set this up by going to personal configuration. So on this page right here, you can select filters that you want to have preloaded whenever you use the tool. So for an example, say we want items with a high sell rate. Say we want them to have, let's say 0.25. So very, very high sell rate. We want them to have a sale average over 20,000 gold. We can go ahead and we can click on save current filter as defaults. Now these will be our default filters whenever we load up the tool. So for an example, we can go to the cross round flipping tool and we'll have those filters automatically loaded for us every single time that we enter the tool. Now I'm going to show you how to use the Auctionator shopping list feature. So this is going to be controlled by these boxes right here. Any items that you have ticked are going to be included in your Auctionator shopping list import string. So what you want to do is you want to first of all deselect all of them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to set some filters, and I'll show you how I personally use this feature. So for an example, let's go ahead, we'll just do this quickly. Let's say we want it to have a good sell rate, so 0.025 plus. And then if we scroll down, let's say we don't want to spend over 1,000 gold on any of the deals, and we want to exclude crafted items. Now we have that all set up. What we want to do, let's go ahead and buy all the best deals of Area 52. So let's deselect this, select Area 52 for our one buying round. This will make all of these deals from Area 52. Now we can sort this from sale average versus buy, and this will show us the very best deals at the top. Now we can go through here and we can select the ones we want to buy. As you can see, these are amazing deals. We've got a lot of the War Within BOEs right here. We could buy a bunch of these up to spread out across multiple different realms. Now I'll probably only want to buy the really best deals. So that would be these first ones right here. We can go ahead, we can grab these War Within BOEs. We'll grab these rings also for 200 gold. And we can scroll down and we can select whichever items we would like to buy. So we'll use this for an example right here, and then we want to click on Get Auctionator Shopping List. Then what you want to do is you want to click on Copy Auctionator Shopping List, and this will copy the import string. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into Area 52. You are going to need the add-on Auctionator to be able to do this, which you can find Auctionator on CurseForge. It's a free add-on which everyone can use, and I highly recommend using it because it's great to use with flipping power. Now once you are logged in, you want to open up the auction house. Then you'll see down the bottom a tab called Shopping. Now you'll see this tab once you have the add-on Auctionator. Click on Shopping, and then you want to click on Import. Click in the box, and then you want to click Control V to paste, and this will paste our import string. Click on Import, and this will bring up all of the items. Now, it will only show the items based off the price Flipping Power recommends to buy them at. For an example, if this first item, this Nightfall item, was already brought, someone brought the one for 99 gold, which Flipping Power recommends to buy it at that much. If someone brought it, the one for 99 gold, and there was one posted for 1000 gold now, it wouldn't actually show because that's too high. And the max price that Flipping Power will show is up to 100 gold. So what we can do now is we can just simply click on them, then click on accept, and we can buy them like this and just go through them one by one. As you can see, this one actually has a lot of quantity, so we can go ahead and we could buy all of those out. We won't do it for this example right here, and we could go through it and we could keep on buying all of these. Another cool way to do this is with another add-on, and you can use Point Blank Sniper, and this will give you this tab right here called Sniping. If you click on this, this will bring up this tab. Now you'll have shopping lists, and this way you can select the shopping list that you just made. Click on this, and now you don't even need to worry about the percent or the price source because we have already added the max amount of gold we will want it to show, which is based from what Flipping Power is telling us to buy it at. So we can click on Start, and see this is just a lot quicker way to load the items. And what you can do, if there's heaps of the same item, you can actually spam buy. So for an example, there was a bunch of these swords for 275 gold. If we wanted to buy a bunch of these, this makes it super easy. We can just spam click buy now. So that's how the Auctionator shopping list feature works. Another thing that you can do with this is you don't have to have it just for one realm. Say for an example, if we want to add all of our realms that we're buying from, see there's a bunch of different realms, a wide mixture of realms. What we can do, we can actually still select all the best deals that we want. So say for an example, we sort this from highest to lowest. These are all the best deals across all the realms at the moment. We can click on this and you can see these are different realms, but this will still actually import these for us. So if we go ahead, click on Copy Auctionator Shopping List. And now if we once again go to shopping, click on Import, and now we can actually import multiple of them, and it will have the name of the realm right here. So I'll say Flipping Power, buy from Area 52. And we have another one, Flipping Power, buy from Rune Totem, and so on and so forth. So you can go through all the different realms and buy all the deals that you have selected on Flipping Power. This will save you so much time for buying items. Instead of buying them one by one, and instead of having to go all the way to one realm, like to log in just to go to one realm to buy one item, but doing this way, you can buy all of the best deals on each realm that you log into. And this is going to save you so much time, and you're going to have such an advantage against the competition that it's crazy, because you can get so many more good deals compared to the competition that is buying them one by one. Now I'm going to show you how to buy a single item manually of one single realm. So what we're going to do, let's first of all put in some filters. I'll go ahead and I'll do that. We'll set the sell rate to 0.010 just so we know that they're going to sell pretty decently. Let's also bump up the sale average to a minimum of 5,000 gold. And we also have crafted items excluded. Let's go ahead and apply the filters. Let's sort this from the highest to the lowest. So let's go ahead and buy an item. For an example, we have the blood scale leg guards right here. They have a very high sell rate. The sale average is 12,000 gold, and we can pick them up for 1,000 gold on this realm cluster right here. So what I would do is I would click on here to copy the realm name, then go ahead and paste it into the search in the login screen. And if you have a character set up on one of the realms in the cluster, it will bring it up. Go ahead and log in. Now while you're logging in, you can go ahead and you can click on the name of the item, and this will copy it, so you can just paste it straight into the auction house. Once you're logged in, you want to open up the auction house, paste the name in right here, click search, and then go ahead and buy the item, just like that. Now what you would do once you have the item is you'd go ahead, take it out of the mailbox, put it in the warband bank, and then I would move it on to realms that are more profitable, or I would use my TSM operation to post it on a realm that is profitable. Now if you want to get my TSM operation, it's inside of my flipping guide, which I'll have a link for that down below, but that's over on goldcap.com. If you want to get my TSM groups and operations for flipping, and obviously it includes a full cross-realm flipping guide that will teach you everything you need to know about cross-realm flipping. If you even wanted to learn a little bit more about cross-realm flipping, I have a 6-hour long video training course also on goldcap.com, which I'll link down below in the description box. Here is an example of me doing a flip using flipping power. So we picked up this battle pet, which has a very high sell rate, meaning that it sells very quickly. We picked this up for 10,000 gold. We reposted it on the exact same realm for 50,000 gold. We had to wait around about 4 days to get the sale, but we ended up getting the sale, making a decent amount of gold profit, around 37,000 gold profit on that flip. Next, let's talk about the TSM list generator. So this is another tool that Flipping Power offers with the basic subscription. And basically what this does is that it allows you to make TSM groups based off actual data for the items. So for an example, at the top, you're going to see the search bar. If you want to add a specific item, we have all of the different filters. Then we have copy TSM string. If you click this, it will copy all of the items that you have a tick on, and it will copy that into your TSM string. So let's go ahead, deselect everything to start with, and let's go ahead to filters. We can go ahead, we can select if we want certain categories. Let's just go with all categories. Let's go with all expansions also. And now for the filter by sell rate, we're going to have this at 25. So these are the quickest selling items in the game. Our goal is we're going to make a TSM list that has very fast selling item. Now for filter for sale average, let's put this down to 500 gold, because we're only going to be getting items that have a very high sell rate, so it doesn't matter too much what the price is. And then we'll leave the last two filters as 0, but these filters are filtered by the region market value, and you can do that all the way up to 10 million gold. And then the last filter is filtered by region historical. So that's these two columns here, and this is TSM data from like in game. And if you hover over it, it'll actually tell you exactly what it means, as you can see right here. Another thing that I love about this tool is that you can exclude all the crafted items, so there won't be any crafted items in your list. Let's go ahead and click on apply filters. Let's deselect everything, and we can go ahead and we can start looking through this. So that's going to meet all of the filters that we just added. If we scroll down to the bottom, keep on going, we can see that there is 493 different items that we're going to be importing. So let's go ahead, scroll up to the top, let's select all of them. Say for an example, we didn't want, let's say, war within BOEs, like these few just here. We go ahead and we could deselect those, just like that. Now we have them deselected, and they won't be included in the TSM string. So what we can do now is click on copy TSM string, and this will copy it, head over in game. And what we want to do now is we want to go to TSM. We want to make a brand new profile, and then click enter. That will make the new profile. We want to come to groups, click on import group, and then click Ctrl V to paste it. Click on import, and now we have that group of items that all have a sell rate over 0.025. So they're all very quick selling items, and none of them have a sale average under 500 gold. As you can see right here, these are amazing items. Now there's a few things that we can do to actually make gold with this list. The first and most obvious thing is to go ahead and do a TSM shopping scan. So if we go to browse, now we have this group, we can go ahead and click on run shopping scan, and this will scan that group. And now it will give you a percent right here. Percent of different TSM price sources. So for an example, by default, it's going to be set to the market value, which is the market value is the average price items have been posted for on your specific realm. So what you want to actually do, and this is what I do in my flipping guide, we want to go ahead, go to TSM, we want to go to operations, we want to go to shopping, and then we want to go ahead and change the default. And where it says max auction price, we want to go ahead and change that to the region sale average. So it's DB region sale average, just like that. Now this is going to be based off the region sale average price, and this is actually what we use over on Flipping Power in the column that is on the cross realm flipping tool, and obviously it is this column here also. It's actually going to show this percent, and this is going to be based off the region sale average, so this column right here. Now I've added all the different columns. You can actually do that if you click on these dots and click on this drop down right here, then you can scroll down and then you can click on add, and then you'll find all the things right here that you want to add. So I've added the DB region market average, DB region sale average, the DB region sale rate, and the DB region sold per day. So they're showing at the end right here. And as you can see, the scan is going through. Let's just pause it. We can see there's one that is way below the actual price. So the region sale average is 519 gold. We can actually pick this up for 200 gold. And we can pick a few of these up. So what I would do is I would buy these up. It has a really good sell rate. As you can see, we can buy these up, put them on different realms and spread them out and post them. If there's no competition, my operation will post them for around 1,000 gold, and obviously will undercut competition at higher prices. So that's how you can do it with TSM. Another way that you can do it is that you want to get an add-on that Beric has made, and Beric is the dev of Flipping Power, so this add-on is super good. And basically what it is called is Shopping Lister. And when you click on it, it's going to bring up this tab right here. You can actually transform your TSM list into a Auctionator shopping list. So if we click on the group right here, and then we can also select if we want to have the TSM subgroups included. So if we had subgroups for this TSM group, we could have them included also. Click on transform. Actually, let's add a name first. Let's just call it vid. And then click on transform. Now this would have made a shopping list with that TSM group. So if we go to shopping, we now have vid right here, and that has all of those items. Now what we can do with another add-on, which is called Point Blank Sniper, we can click on sniping right here, and now we can select our group on the shopping list drop down, click on our group, and we want to go to DB region sale average, and then for the percent, I like to set this to 30%, and then we click on start. You're going to probably have to use the scan mode of blank, which is a little bit slower. There is a way to set up keys, which is a lot faster, but it's pretty complex. You can just do a Google and you should be able to find out how to do it. It takes like 10-20 minutes. It is pretty complicated. It's not required. It just helps you scan a bit quicker. A little tip right there. So then what you can do is click on start, and this will scan through. And any items that are under 30% of the DB region sale average, so the price source we have selected, is going to pop up right here, and we can go ahead and we can start buying the items like that. So that's how you can make gold using the Flipping Power TSM list generator. Next, I'm going to show you how the cross realm dropship tool works and how you can use it to make some gold. How this works is that it's going to show you the best possible deal for each item. As you can see right here, we have the one item and one buy realm with the best possible price. However, how this is different to the cross realm flipping tool is for the sell realms, it's only going to recommend realms that have zero competition. And the price it's recommending us to sell at is the sale average. So why this works so good, especially with higher value items, is because you can buy items for a good price, and then you can move them to realms that have zero competition.
So if you can post them on realms with zero competition, you can put the price to whatever you like and you have zero competition. Another thing that is super good is if you can find a realm that has high population and it has zero competition. So for an example, because this is red, you can see population full. So this is a realm that has a very high population and zero competition for this specific ring. So we could pick this up for 400,000 and then we could go ahead and sell this on this realm with zero competition. So we could set whatever price we like, which can be very powerful. But it just shows one deal, like the cross realm flipping tool. So like one deal where to buy it from with one buy price and one buy realm. But all the extra things and all the extra rows for one specific item is all of the other sell realms that have zero competition. So if we scroll down, we can see there is a bunch of realms that has zero competition for this item. You can see there is a lot. Obviously I have all realms selected, but for an example, here's another item and we can see that there is a bunch of realms we can sell it for with zero competition. We can pick this one up for 28,000 on Ragnaros, and then all of these realms have zero competition. Now for the filters are very simple. First of all, we have the categories right here. Next up, we have quality. So this is the quality of the items. We have expansions, so you can select or deselect expansions. We had the War Within unselected just then, so we can select it. Now we have the War Within selected. Next up, we have selling realms and buying realms, so you can remove or add buying and selling realms to the table. Next up, we have the value ranges. So the first one is the sell rate, and this is a number, and the higher this is, the more often the item actually sells for. So when you're buying items, you want to stick to sell rates that are high instead of buying ones that are low, because the higher this is, the quicker you should expect to sell your item. The next value range is sale average. Once again, you can go ahead, you can slide this all the way from 500 gold as the minimum all the way up to 100,000 gold. The next filter is gold profit on sale average. So to be able to use this, you need to go down here and click on activate gold profit on sale average. And now this will remove all items that aren't positive for sale average versus buy. So if it's in the red, if it's in the negative, it will not show anymore. And this allows us to use this filter right here. So say for an example, we only want to buy items that we can get over 250,000 gold profit from the buy price versus the sale average. So we can bump that up to whatever number we like. And then we'll go ahead and remove items from the table. The next filter is gold profit, and gold profit is from the buy price versus the sell price. And on this tool, we're obviously just using the sale average for the sell price. So more than likely you can sell it for a lot higher, considering these realms have zero competition. And that is the powerful thing about this tool, zero competition. Moving on, we have gold profit percent. Once again, this is just the buy price versus the sell price, and it gives you a percent. And so this shows in this column right here. So this item would be 24%. So say for an example, we didn't want to see them over, let's say 50%. We can set it like that. And now it will only show items that are over 50% profit margin from the buy price versus the sell price. Now next up, we have max buyout. So this will be the maxed amount of gold you want to pay for a specific item. You can set this to 1000 gold, and now it will only show items that have a buy price under 1000 gold. Next up, we have the additional filters. The first one is activate gold profit on sale average. So this just means, like before, anything that is positive will stay, and if it is negative in this percent right here in the sell average versus buy, it will not show anymore. And the final additional filter is have crafted items. So you can either include them, exclude them, or have them exclusively just crafted items. Once you're done picking all your filters, you can go ahead and click on apply filters. Now for an example, if we wanted to buy this item right here that has a very high sell rate, we could go ahead and we could click on the realm right here, and this will copy the realm name. We could log in to that realm, we could buy it for 250 gold, and then we could see we have all of these realms has options to sell on with 0 competition. And this is an extremely quick selling item, so we'll be able to sell this very quickly, especially on a realm with 0 competition. So we could go through and we could find a realm, and I know on US that Area 52 is the highest populated realm. As you can see, population full. We can go ahead and sell it on there, and this has the highest population on the whole US. So we should be able to sell this item extremely quick on this realm. So that's the power of using this tool. Next up, I'm going to show you how the realm stats tool works. So you can take full advantage and make as much gold as possible using this tool. This is a tool on Flipping Power, which will help you pick the best possible realms to buy, sell, and create characters on. So let's start off up the top. We have total realms. So in your settings, whatever region you have selected is what realms it will show, and basically what region you'll be shown here. So I have US for an example. So it's the total realms is 83, meaning there's 83 different groups of auction houses and connected realms and single realms. We have the total auctions, which is 155,000. Now this is based off a few filters. So any items that are under 500 gold for the sale average price will not show. And if they have no sell rate, they will not show in this total amount. Next up, we have the average price ratio. This means on average across all of the auctions, so all 155,000 auctions on the US region, on average, the price is 3.1 times more than the sale average. So we'll multiply by whatever this number is. The next one that we've got right here is the cheaper than region, and this says 3.6%. Means on average across all of these auctions, across all of the realms on the US, there is 3.6% that are cheaper than the region sale average price. Moving on, next we have realm price analysts. From here you're going to see the realm name. So this will have all the different realm names, and this can come in very handy if you're setting up your characters to actually flip on, because it has the correct realm clusters for all of the different realm clusters on your region. So if you don't know what a realm cluster is, basically an auction house can share the same auction house with multiple different realms, but basically Blizzard makes these connected realm clusters, and these are all of them. So when you're making a character, you only need to make it on one of the realms out of the cluster, because all these realms share the same auction house. So, and this updates constantly. So if Blizzard updates it in game, this will update live by itself. So this is a great list of all of the connected realms, so you know which realms to make your characters on. Now moving on, we have the little arrow next to it. If we go down to the bottom, it's going to explain how these work. So if it's the green arrow going down, it's rather cheap. This means that the item in general are closer to the region sale average in price, meaning it is rather cheap to buy here, but not as good to sell. So a lot of the realms at the moment, because we're at the end of an expansion, are very good realms to buy off. I think there's only one that has the other one, which is this right here. And let's go ahead and learn what that means. Around the normal price, this means that items are mixed in relation to the region sale average in price, meaning it can be good to buy and sell on this realm. The next one is a red arrow, which is going up. This is significantly expensive. This means that the item in general are quite a lot higher than the region sale average price, meaning it is rather expensive to buy here and might be good to sell. So if you see this with the red arrow going up, this could be a really good realm to sell on. However, let's go a bit more into the table right here. Next up we have population, and if you click on this, you can actually sort this from the highest to the lowest population. If you click it again, it will show you the lowest first. Next up we have auctions. So this is obviously after the filters I mentioned before. So if it's under 500 gold region sale average, it won't be included, and if it doesn't have a sell rate, it will not be included. So once again, you can actually sort this from the lowest or the highest. Whichever way you click it, it goes one way or the other. Then moving on to the price ratio. So like I mentioned before, this is a multiplier number based off the region sale average. So based off all of the items on this specific realm, so all 4,031 items, the average price that item sells for
is 2.5 multiplied by the region sale average price. So what you can actually do, if you sort this from highest to lowest on this specific realm, this is where you're going to see some of the craziest deals, because on average the items are priced 5 times more than the region sale average price, which is insane. Then if you sorted it the other way, this would be a great example of items, well, a realm that you can pick up items for very cheap, because this is the lowest one, which is only a multiplier of the region sale average by 1.9. So this would be a great realm to actually go ahead and buy items from. All these ones would be really good. So for an example, if you have set up a TSM list and you've turned that into a point blank sniper, these realms right here would be the best realms to go ahead and actually buy deals from with your point blank sniper in game, or using your TSM shopping scanner in game. Next up, we have the cheaper column. So this will tell you how many of the auctions are cheaper than the region sale average price. So for an example right here, if we sort this from the lowest, this means this one, for an example, on Gullywix, there is only one item that is posted out of the 1,242 that is cheaper than the region sale average price. Nearly the whole realm is more expensive than the region sale average price, which is insane. Now, if we sort this from the highest, this is going to be the realms that have the most best deals. So for an example, Illidan, Area 52, Moonguard, these would all be great realms to go and log in and do either a point blank sniper scan, so you can try snipe some items on these, or do a TSM sniping scan, or just a TSM shopping scan on these specific realms. Next up, we have the expensive column, and this is going to show the total number of auctions for this specific realm in the row that are over the region sale average price. So for an example, there's 3,549 of them on Stormrage that are over the region sale average price. You can sort this from lowest or highest. So for an example, these could be really good realms to go ahead and sell on if you sort it from the highest to the lowest. Next up, we have percent for the cheaper. So once again, you can sort this from lowest to highest, or from highest to lowest. So if this has a bunch of very cheap items, this would be the best possible realm to log into and actually try to scan, either using point blank sniper or using TSM sniper, or even doing a TSM shopping scan. These right here would definitely be the best possible realms to do this on. So it would be Illidan, Area 52 and Moonguard at the moment that would have the most cheap items. Then we have the expensive, so percent for the expensive. Once again, you can sort this from the lowest to the highest, or the highest to the lowest. So if you go ahead and you sorted this from the lowest, this would mean this would show you the best and cheapest realms to go ahead and buy from. And then maybe you want to go ahead and sell on these realms that pretty much have all expensive items. The next column is percent equal. So what this will do, if one of the auctions is only 5% above or 5% below the region sale average, so basically priced where it should be, then it will be added into the equal. All of these added together is around 100%. So this is going to give you a rough idea. It's actually going to show you 99.9% is the max, but this is going to show you the percent of if it's cheaper than the region sale average, or more expensive, or if it's equal, which is about where it should be priced. So that was it for the realm stats tool on Flipping Power. If you would like to try Flipping Power, then head over to flippingpower.com and make sure that you use code BUFFY50 to save 50% off your first month using Flipping Power. I'll also have the links down below in the description box to Flipping Power and also to my flipping guides on Gold Cap. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel for more gold making videos.